Good to go. Thank you for coming. I'm here again today to provide another update in relation to Operation Eclipse. Between the 24th and the 27th of February, the South Australian Police conducted searches of 14 premises in both the metropolitan and regional areas, in particular Whyalla. Those searches were conducted to disrupt organised crime syndicates that are driving the illicit tobacco market in South Australia. Police from Serious Organised Crime Branch, Financial and Cybercrime Investigation Branch and Whyalla searched those premises, which included tobacconists, gift and candy stores, mini marts, residential premises and commercial storage facilities. During those searches, at two of the commercial storage facilities, we located 4 shipping containers. Within those 4 shipping containers, we located approximately $2 million worth of illicit tobacco. We also conducted 2 vehicle stops, one being at Port Wakefield and one being at Salisbury. Those vehicle stops resulted in seizure of illicit tobacco and $391,000 in cash. The searches resulted in a total of $2.38 million of illicit tobacco, which is the largest seizure by SAPOL to date in South Australia. The investigation has identified that those storage facilities where the shipping containers were held were supplying illicit retail outlets in both metropolitan and regional areas in South Australia. The seizures today are still subject to ongoing investigation. The cash seized on those days demonstrates the amount of profit that is being driven within the illicit tobacco market by serious and organised crime in South Australia. SAPOL will continue to investigate organised crime syndicates that are operating in both the metropolitan and regional areas through a whole of SAPOL response. That will include those persons that are supporting these syndicates to evolve and to try and prevent law enforcement activity. The key here is for us, we intend to suppress and investigate serious criminal activity aligned with the illicit tobacco market and ensure the public safety. We'll seek to continue to disrupt both the financial and the criminal operations of these syndicates and pursue criminal charges where sufficient evidence exists. Operation Eclipse has now searched 136 premises and seized in excess of $12.5 million worth of illicit tobacco. We're seeking further public support as we've had excellent public support to date. I again ask anyone that has knowledge of any persons involved in illicit tobacco trade to contact the South Australian Police, in particular if they have awareness of locations where illicit tobacco is being stored or have knowledge of any persons that are supporting the activity and enabling such activity in South Australia. I also ask any transport or courier companies that are aware of where illicit tobacco is being stored to contact South Australian Police and contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. I'll now take any questions.
Was anyone arrested in relation to those searches?
Not at this time. The investigation is ongoing and we're still working through where we're going to take that investigation.
That's the 14 premises we're referring to there.
Sorry?
14 premises that you're referring to there, no arrests associated with those premises?
Not to date, no.
What led you to those addresses in particular?
Yeah, it's part of an ongoing investigation to disrupt the activity. These are serious organised crime syndicates. As I've stated previously, those syndicates that are operating in South Australia and they think that they can operate in both the metropolitan and regional areas will be subject to police attention because it's our intention to continue to investigate and suppress the criminal activity that's involved with the illicit market.
Just to clarify, when you raided the retail front, are they staffed and no one's arrested in that circumstance?
So we've searched multiple business premises and South Australian Police haven't arrested anybody to date that's operating within those premises.
Have the public been much help so far?
Public assistance to date has been excellent. We've had in excess of 230 calls to Crime Stoppers and it has certainly helped us both operate and disrupt the activity within the market, but also identify other investigative avenues.
Have you, or can you, provide any intel as to the origin of these products? Are they mostly from Asia or India or the like?
So the seizures from last week, we're still investigating where they were consigned from, and that'll form part of our broader investigation. And if we need support from other law enforcement partners, we'll speak to them as well.
Is it known to the importers, do you suppose, that these products can't be sold legally in Australia, or they've got to go through the usual motions with excises and all that? So you've got someone who provides these products in an international setting over the border and sells them to the syndicate. Presumably they're not aware of what's going on with the product at the end.
Yeah, I can't comment on that, but it's evident to us that we have organised crime. They will exploit any opportunity to make profit with any commodity or within any other sort of form of business.
Are police focusing their efforts more broadly now in regional areas? I think you guys conducted searches down in the southeast recently, now Whyalla. Is that more of a focus rather than just the metropolitan area?
We've had a keen focus on both regional and metropolitan area for some time. We have originally targeted transit routes into South Australia where we've had significant seizures from both trucks and vehicles. The key here is, as we identify the opportunities, we'll take them to disrupt that activity, not just in the metropolitan area, but the regional areas. And if those businesses and these operators think that they can actually operate in those areas without our attention, they're incorrect.
Is that how it's mainly coming in, via truck, via road?
It's clear from us and the investigation we've had undertaken to date that these syndicates are evolving with the way they're transporting product into South Australia. And as they evolve, we'll continue to identify the opportunities to disrupt that activity.
You mentioned there hasn't been any arrests in terms of this, the latest seizures and stuff. I mean, how hard is it to find concrete evidence to put these people, charge these people with these offences?
Yeah, as with any investigation, we have to ensure that we have sufficient evidence to proceed, and I'm confident in these circumstances that in due course, with the appropriate investigation, we may make some inroads.
Is illicit tobacco the main thing you guys are focusing on now in terms of, rather than the vapes, because the vapes was a big one as well? Is that still a focus?
The key for the South Australian Police is for us to investigate and disrupt the criminal activity that's aligned with both the illicit tobacco and illicit vape market. So the priority for us is the criminality.
You mentioned that this whole thing is evolving at an organised level. Is it unique to South Australia, or is it showing from WA and the Territory and Queensland and the like? Is it more sort of concentrated? No,
it's clearly evident that it's occurring across Australia. We're speaking to other agencies and our law enforcement partners weekly, if not daily, to identify trends and identify opportunities in South Australia to take positive action.
Go to the slideshow there, guys.
It's just footage of the size of the seizure that's within one of the police complexes. Obviously illicit tobacco that's been subject to forensic examination.
So were they disguising it as anything, or they simply had it as it is, as we're saying it?
We've had, throughout the investigations, we've had tobacco both packaged as it is and also concealed.
And this was in one of the warehouses in Whyalla, one of the storage facilities?
So that was within the police facility, that footage. That is from one of the vehicle stops and cash that was located in the vehicles.
Can I just pause it on one of those so we can get for it to maybe point?
Are you guys providing these pictures as well?
Yeah. So maybe we can get for it pointed to something, the cash or something, just
So-
so some colour to it.
Yeah, so just obviously that's a seizure of cash that was located in one of the vehicle stops last week. And there you have the inside of 2 of the 4 shipping containers where illicit tobacco products were located.
Can you tell us if any of those premises were under surveillance?
I won't comment on anything that's subject to operational activity.
Manchester.
That's it.
Done. Thank you.